Okay, hi, and welcome everyone to Technology Tune-Up. I don't have a confirmation now on my screen that we're live. So Rebecca, if you could let me know that you can see and hear me, that would be great. Obviously, it's Technology Tune-Up, so we're gonna have bugaboos on this call. Hey, look! Oh my goodness. Oh, so let's see. Okay, good. Okay, so Elke's from Scotland, and Chantel, yes, you're live. Okay, all is good. All right, wonderful. All right, well, welcome to Technology Tune-Up. By the way, I didn't get a class list yet. So if I could request that from my support team, that'd be really great. And a count on people on the Google Hangout and on the phone lines when everybody kind of signs in here. So I have an idea of who I'm working with. That would be great. Hi there. So we've got Chantel, Elke, and Miklos. Miklos so far. Oh, and here come people. Here they are, Catherine and Margot. So we're gonna have an amazing class today, and I've been working on some new clearings for technology. So if you did the Technology Tune-Up last year, you'll notice that it's got some things that are similar, and it's got some new stuff in it. So it's gonna be very powerful, and I'm looking forward to doing a big clear out on all of our technology here in our house, so that'll be wonderful. So hi to Catherine and Margot. Good to see you and your beautiful little angel. Thank you. And Tony from Wales. And Diane. Oh, okay, now I feel like we've got a crew here. So Adalia and I had an exciting morning. She took a leap off of her changing table. So she's a little finicky. She's fine. There was no bumps or bruises, amazing anywhere. But I think she was startled, as was mommy. So we're both holding on to each other this morning. Okay, well let's get started. Keep signing in. Let me know that you're here, and we're gonna start with our opening affirmation. Oopsie, and here we're way down on the chart here. Let's go much. Oopsie, see, nothing's moving. It's the bugaboos. They're like, no, we don't want to get cleared. They don't want to get cleared. Okay, so you're in the Technology Tune-Up class. And let's go ahead and start with our affirmation. I'm free to live a life of spiritual freedom and full self-expression, liberated in love, gratitude, and mastery in this body here and now. My spirit is limitless. I am responsible for any limits I experience in this body and have complete access to the divine through prayer and contemplation to release myself from any human bonds I have worn as spiritual clothing that no longer resonate with my essence. Vakaratunda Mahakaya Koti Surya Samaprabha Nirvignam Kurame Devo Sarva Kayeshu Sarvadam Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Bharat Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Dum Durgaye Namah. Om Aim Saraswatiye Swaha. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Okay, so we're going to start our class with a really thorough demonstration of quantum hand movements, hand pumps that we'll be using throughout the day. Yeah, Adelia has her own little keyboard. It's one that doesn't work for my iPad, and she's pretty excited about having her own keyboard. So she's typing away as we. She watches Mommy all the time and is trying to get to Mommy's keyboard, so I came up with one for her. All right, so the first pump we're going to be doing is just the basic quantum pump. And the quantum pump is the elbow down at the side and the hand moving forward. Do you want this? Okay. So the elbow at the side and the hand moving forward. And it's just a very soft, relaxed pulsation. I did notice a few names in the chat box. So do let me know if you're brand new to our training, because it'll be a little bit unusual. We're not doing energy work. We're actually rearranging the particles in the quantum field so you get a better circumstance. We're going to teach you how to clear spiritual interferences out of your technology. We're also going to teach you about not matching machine energy so that you maintain your own biological energy. Yeah, we've got a lot of things we're going to be covering today. So many things in this wonderful 2-hour technology tune-up. So here we go. So that's the basic quantum pump. If you're doing the double pump, you're just doing it with both hands. You can do it alternatingly, or you can do them one at a time. Unfortunately, I've got a hand, or fortunately, a hand with the baby. So I'll be at some point coming on the screen and showing the double pump. The platter is the hand facing forward, hand facing back. This is the quantum platter. And we're going to do the doorknob, which is one that we will be using today. We'll be doing that the same way we're doing the platter. So the platter is right hand facing forward, right hand facing back. Always only the right hand. If you don't have a right hand, you can use the left hand. But the right hand is the outer assertive hand, and the left hand is the receptive hand. So you want to be using the right hand, never using the left hand for either the platter or the doorknob at the same time as you're using the other one. So it's never a double. Okay, so we've got the platter and the doorknob. And the doorknob looks like you're just unscrewing a doorknob. So it's just the hand around the doorknob and you're just unscrewing the doorknob. That's the doorknob. Okay, and then there's a side flutter. So if I were standing and my hand were facing completely down, it would be fluttering down by my leg there. So it would be just kind of a flutter. And that you can do when you're walking. And then if you wanted to, you could also do the foot pump, which would be basically your ankle pumping your foot forward. And the foot pump is 70% effective. The little side flutter and the foot pump are kind of just more, they work there. If you're pumping for hours at a time, you might want to switch into one of those just because it's fun. And then muscle testing, which is the right finger on the pointer finger on the right hand, and then the first finger on the left hand. Sweetie, can Mommy show them how to muscle test? Okay, do you want to hold it? Can you hold it? There, you hold it for a minute. Are you a big girl? Can you hold it for a minute? Just hold the bottle for a minute? Nope, I couldn't do it. All right, we'll do muscle testing in a few minutes when she's back in her chair. Okay, so what I'd like to do is start us off with a very short guided meditation. And the purpose for that is to get you grounded. And then we're going to go from grounding you to grounding your your technology. And you can do this, all these techniques on any of your technology. So finding a comfortable seated position with your spine erect and your feet on the floor, breathing in and out. And as you breathe in positive energy. And as you breathe out negativity, worry, and concern. Breathing in and out. Send a grounding cord down from the base of your spine to the center of the earth. Make the grounding cord nice and wide. Set the grounding cord on release and begin to release the excess energy in the body. For those with male bodies, with a line of energy wide as your wrist, hollow in the center, from your testicles down to the center of the earth, you're going to set your male body on release and release both female control energy, competition, and aggression. So you're bringing your body into neutrality. For female bodies, with a line of energy as wide as your wrist, hollow in the center, from your ovaries down to the first chakra, which is the perineum, and down to the center of the earth. We're going to set the right and left ovary on release, and we're going to release your healing projects. So just for now, you're going to stop working on everybody else, and you're just going to be working on yourself and giving yourself a big tune-up, and then we're going to be working on what you own, your technology. You're doing a beautiful job. Going up to your adrenals. So they're about waistline, an inch up from the waist and 2 inches off the spine. They're little acorn with hat-looking glands. They sit on top of the kidneys. And kidneys are not equal to each other, so they're not exactly in the same place. But with a line of energy as wide as your wrist, hollow in the center, from each of the adrenals down to the perineum and down to the center of the earth. Let's set the adrenals on release. And we're going to release the adrenals. And then you can also tap in there to your nervous system. So you can just draw a line from the sciatic nerve or from your spine. And let's go ahead and release the nervous system at the same time. Beautiful. And then let's go ahead and go to the center of the head. And in the center of the head is the Golden Temple of Silence. And let's open a trapdoor out the back of the head. And let's use a spiritual fire hose and wash out any looping thoughts, worries, or concerns. Let's just move out all the spider webs and cobwebs and anything that's taking up space in the center of your head that doesn't belong there. Doing a wonderful job. When you feel like the center of your head is cleared out, what I'd like you to do is to sit in the center of your head on a throne, on your throne. Pull your aura into 18 inches around your body. Imagine it being a complete egg-shaped container for you, a beautiful container, or an oval shape. Opening your feet to earth energy, bringing earth energy up through the feet, ankles, shins, and calves, knees and thighs. Out the hips and down the grounding cord. Finding a place in the universe that's in harmony with you Bringing a line of energy from somewhere in the cosmos into the back of your head, 1 inch above where the spine meets the skull. And bringing that down into your back of your head and into your neck. Into your shoulders, arms, elbows, forearms, through the wrists, hands, and out the fingertips. Bringing more of that cosmic energy into the back of your head, down your neck, down your back channels, all the way down your back, and then down into your hips, looping through the pelvic cradle, bringing that energy up through the belly, through the chest, through the neck, through the head, fountaining out the top of the head like a beautiful Italian fountain, bathing and cleansing your aura. All right, and as you are now grounded and clear, we'd like to also ground your technology. So everything that you have with you, if you have your cell phone, you have your computer, your iPad, any technology, you can just go ahead and send a grounding cord from the computer or whatever technology you're grounding to the center of the earth. And we're going to set the technology on release. So you can just set it on release, just like you set your body on release. And we're just going to see the technology releasing from excess energy. And just imagine your iPad, your cell phone, maybe some phones that are technology, maybe your printer, backup storage, all of that stuff. You can send a grounding cord down from each of them. You can even ground your connections to the internet, any little boxes that you have, modems, walkie-talkies with the baby, or video cameras, you can ground them. Just imagine grounding and setting all of your technology on release. Releasing excess energy, releasing stuff that doesn't belong there. And one thing that you can do is you can put a whirlwind or a vacuum or a little tornado into the grounding cord to help it along. Beautiful. You're doing a great job. And this is something that you can do every day if you want to. As you get started, sit at your computer, ground yourself, and then ground your technology. Okay, and also, let's just go ahead and send any technology matches. So if you're matching your technology, if you've started absorbing machine energy, let's go ahead and send any of that machine energy back to the machine. And let's go ahead and take your biological energy back into your body if you've put some of your biological energy into the machine. Beautiful. All right. I'd like you to imagine yourself as a spirit on the top of your head or inside the center of your head. And you're now going to fill out your body, fingers and toes, arms and legs, torso, neck, and head. Really filling yourself out beautifully and fully, completely, coming back into your body, wiggling your fingers and toes, and breathing deeply in and out. Rub your hands together, and creating some heat, some tapas, some warm spiritual energy in the palms of your hands. Put your right hand over your heart chakra, left hand over your right hand in a universal mudra of self-love and self-affinity. Affirm to yourself, I love myself. I trust myself. I give myself permission to express my unique self. Taking a few breaths in and out, breathing in and out, and coming back into the room, maybe with the blessings of the Supreme Being, that this healing meditation is complete. Tatastu, so be it. And welcome back. That was a kind of a fun way to start our class. Oh, good. So Chantel and Tony, I think I said hi to, and Diane and Louisa and Shelley from Niagara Falls, and Trinity from Austin, and Catherine saying she needs it again. So that's good, and you're going to have some new tune-ups to be working on too. So that'll be awesome. Okay, so the first one we're going to be working on is technology as a match. So mirroring machine energy, right permission and ability to maintain biological energies, your own biological energy, free of technology matching, removing domination, suppression, and control. And there is the list of things that we're going to be clearing. Let's see, and you're going to be doing the double pump. So you're going to use both hands and do the double pump to clear this. Let me just come back on the screen and I'll show you the double pump. The double pump is both hands pumping at the same time, like this. So we're going to have that. I'm going to put a little music on to take care of Adelia for a minute, and I'll keep the information up here. For those of you who need the information in the chat box, I'm going to copy that right now. And let's see here, pop that in. And we'll pop the, let's see, the right permission and ability. Let's get that one too if we can. There we go. We can do it. Okay, so everybody doing the double pump. And we're going to be right back. Let's see. Oh, where's that music? That music is hiding. Mommy has to pull up the music. I got to find the music. Hang on just a minute, sweetie pie. There we go. Here's the music. There it comes. Okay. Okay, thank you so much, Trinity. We'll be right back. We're going to just take a tiny break for Adelia. So please, everybody, work on the double pump and this clearing, and we'll be right back. Okay, sweetie. Do you want to sit in your chair now? Want to sit in your camera for a while? Okay. Here we go. There's a Okay, so we are back, and let's see if we can get that to go for you, huh? There we go. And you're in the technology tune-up class. So what is going to happen is there's likely going to be technology bugaboos that don't want to be cleared, that are going to shut the computer off and shut your screen off. And what I recommend is that you keep your phone line on while we're doing this so that you don't miss a beat. And so you can obviously have your computer on, of course, so you have your technology running, but we're clearing stuff out. That's exactly what we're doing. So I see, well, I was away with Adalia, who had a big clean out with the meditation too. So just know that that's probably going to happen. It's probably going to, if you've got stuff in your technology that's going to say, hey, I don't want to be kicked out, and you're going to kick it out. So that's the whole goal of the class. All right, my dears. So, and we are back here. So. Okay, so let's see here. Diane said awesome meditation. And Chantel, question for you, how much protection do we get with a Q link from computer cells, cell phones, and other technology radiation? A Q link, how much protection? I don't know what a Q link is, but I do, but it might be something like what we're using here. We're using something from Gia, which is a little technology protector, and we have it on everything, all technology. And it does help some. I think also moving away from the match of technology is going to really help too. Okay. Q-Link from computers. I felt that meditation especially powerful. Great, Trinity. I understand the chart so much better after getting to be with you in November. Ah, that's wonderful, Catherine. Trinity, we are live. Yes, Margot, the program started over. We are now at the beginning of the class. You are back, screen and sound. Okay, well, let me know. Let me know if you've gotten home. And I'd love to see that everybody's on the call and you're doing your clearing. Hi, sweetie. Hi, sweetie. Okay, so just everybody, if you would let me know that you got on. Adalia, while we were doing the meditation, and I did a meditation with her earlier too, so she's learning about what it feels like to have the grounding cords. And what spontaneously happened is she had a big poo. So I just took her and took care of that. So she was releasing more than in her grounding cord, she was releasing her digestion too. So that's where we disappear to. And that might happen occasionally in a longer class. It's a 2-hour class, so we're not going to let her sit in her poo. So that's it. And that might happen sometimes for you guys. Not that you're going to have a poo while you're meditating, but that the digestion might release if you have a good, really a good connection, and any blocked energy that might be blocking your digestion releases too. So that is where we disappear to. So if I put music on, harp music, which is me playing, by the way, that just means we're running upstairs to get a bottle or change your diaper, and we'll be right back. But you need to keep working on the clearing. So we're gonna clear, I've got 2 completed charts and a third one started. So we're gonna be going through quite a bit in addition to the meditation and some other really great information for you as we progress through the class. Okay, so Chantel, after reloading the webpage, I got back on. Good. Catherine back and clearing on the phone line as well. Great. Okay, so we totally expect haywire on this call. This is a call where we're kicking everybody out. So don't think anything's wrong. Just think, okay, we're getting to all those things that from time to time interfere with your good connections on the internet or on your computer or on your iPhone. Do you want to say hi to everybody? You just want to chew on everything right now, huh? Okay, so I'm going to put this back on the screen, the slides. So one of the problems that can happen is if you're sitting with technology for prolonged periods is that you start matching machine energy and that your body starts behaving like machine energy. Do you know people who are like IT people who they have a machine quality to them? They seem to lose some of their personality, and some of what runs on them is more machine energy or kind of autonomic. I don't know the word I'm trying to think of, but that kind of personality that's more bland or dry. Their eyes go gray. You don't really see their spirit as well. And so there's this, it's called matching technology. And the body starts actually behaving more like technology than biological, warm, welcoming spirit and body. So that's one of the things that we're doing right up front is clearing out that you go into matching technology when you sit at technology for any prolonged period. Soul contracts, evil curses, timelines, both family and mental. By the way, we're having a timelines class, if you haven't noticed yet, coming up on Monday. That should be amazing. It's a 3-part class, 3 or 4 part, I think it's a 3-part class. We'll be doing the 5 timelines, cycles, spirals, and karma as they relate to the progression of time. Spirals is the progression of time in a non-linear form, so that'll be really interesting to talk about. Also, contracts, agreements, bitterness, stress, distress, sorrow, grief, desire, frustration, envy. So less emotions, but there were emotional anchors. Wormholes, nanotechnology, Reptoid 5. The ones you do see, there's quite a bit of anchoring with the ones that are getting in there. So the Reptoid 5 embedding auditory scions mechanisms, Reticulin B, type 2 alien, holographic inserts, wormholes, and DNA splicing are the way that they anchor in. Burrowers 3 embedding nanotechnology, fallen angels 7 embedding and portals, walk-ins, wormholes and permeations, praying mantis, holographic inserts, genies, mechanisms, and wormholes. And you're probably wondering, am I clearing my body or am I clearing the technology? And you're going to be clearing both. It's your relationship with technology. So you'll be clearing this for yourself in your field with everything that you work with. Okay, let's see. Oh, good. And Chantel is affirming that she's on. Is that why some people feel like robots? Have been around people like that, and it felt so eerie and spooky. It can be that they've matched machine energy. Another thing is they could have an alien as a walk-in. We have, there's 2 types of walk-ins that are alien. So one, it's really interesting with the walk-in stuff. There's something called a synthetic, which is a kind of a blend between like a robot and a human. And it was developed not in our solar system or even in our universe, but it is an alien that troubles humans on the earthly plane. So, so synthetics are kind of that robotic kind of being without a lot of emotion. So that's a lot of times that's what that is too. Oh, fantastic, Chantel, saying she didn't realize how much technology had so much power over us. And it's more, I think that you have to clear yourself so that you don't get sucked into it, you know. I don't think I've been seen the praying mantis before. And that's Neela. You haven't. Praying mantis and genies. We've added 4 things just in the last couple of weeks. And I have not mapped them out real well, but I thought we've gotten a confirmation that they do affect some people. So praying mantis is something that comes from the Pleiades. Pleiades, there we go. And then genies tend to be just the Middle Eastern people. We also added the Chinese mystical animal guides that can be troublesome. And there was one other that we added. So I added 4 more to the charts. Let me just see, there was one other. But they're not mapped out yet. So let's see, Pleiadian troublemakers, and then the praying mantis, which also come from Pleiades, and then the genies and the Chinese animals. So that's all of them. So so that'll be mapped out. Next time I'm teaching a spiritual interference class, or next time I'm doing a diamond class, we'll have that mapped out. And praying mantis not being the creature that lives on planet Earth, that's, you know, like 5 inches or 6 inches big, but a type of alien. Yes, a genie and a jinn are the same. Okay, sweetie. Is it like that with TV when it lowers our vibrational frequency? Sometimes, but more, Louisa, for TV, it's shutting off brain waves. So you have 3 major brain waves, and TV puts you into a trance. And then if you test the frequency, I wrote a whole series of reviews on movies, what movies, how movies affect your body, and what movies are energetically good, like would not lower your body vibration. No, you'd still be going into trance, so you'd still be shutting off one of your brain waves. But it's more with movies, it's the frequency of the movie. So is there violence in the movie? So many movies and shows have the theme of murder. And, you know, so it's, you know, watch something that's really slow paced, like something from England. England puts out a lot of slow paced mental kind of movies. You're gonna watch children's movies, but you know, it's so interesting. I've been watching some children's movies, and they're too much for Adalia. They have that kind of slapstick comedy where people are falling, you know, off a building or crashing into something. And I don't know who ever thought that up, that was okay for children to watch. I think it's kind of stupid humor for adults to watch, and you get a kind of a chuckle out of, oh, that was a funny gag. But babies don't think that that's funny. They don't want to watch it. So I noticed that Adalia, if we do watch something together, because she likes princesses, it's really got to be something where it's just a little fun pony and a princess and flying in the air and something really sweet. Otherwise, she's like, Mom, I don't want to watch this. I thought she'd sleep through Lion because it was her bedtime. So I brought her into the theater, and she picked up on the energy of the movie Lion and was really like the whole time we were in the movie theater, she fussed. She was like, this is not a good movie. We should not be in this movie. This is not a good movie. This is not a good movie. We finally ended up having to leave because she was like, this is not a good movie. So just know, babies have a real barometer for what energetically we should be taking in, you know. So she just wants good, happy stuff. And, you know, movies plant a part of whatever they're showing you in your brain as something that you've lived through. So if there's trauma, that becomes part of your history as you see it, because your body doesn't really know what's you and not you as you are feeding it information that's flowing to you. And so one of the things that's happened is it kind of serves as a tranquilizer. Mm-hmm. And it serves to kind of dull the senses. And for people who maybe aren't partnered or having families, it might serve on some level to take away some of the loneliness by giving you an activity that engages your brain and quiets your brain. On some level it quiets it, but on some other level it takes you on a journey that's adding new memories, maybe traumatic memories. You know, if you're watching something that's trauma filled, and then those traumas can be anchored too. So you're like, well, how does amplification get so out of control? And amplification gets so out of control when, you know, we watch a lot of like action films or horror films, or, you know, things that have a lot of stuff going on that's not particularly positive. So my suggestion is to watch very little TV and news, or if you're choosing to watch a lot, then you want to clear yourself afterwards. And then you could really be focused on high frequency things, watching high frequency things. Okay, we're going to go back to the chart. Okay. All right, and here we go. Maybe I'm going to be able to make this work. Let's see here. Sweetie, can I use my other hand? Hang on here just a minute. It's okay. Everything's okay. Let's see where we're at. What do you think we're at? Are we at 100% here? 90, 80, 70, 71, we're at 74%. Okay, so just a little bit more double pumping for everybody. We're at 74% on this clearing. Oh, you're welcome, Diane. Oops. Oh. Okay, let's go back up here. There we are. There's where we are. I cleared out the various occasions praying mantis, and they were really strong. Yep. When my vibration was higher, I couldn't stand being near television. That was because the vibration coming out of it, no matter what it was painful to be around. Okay. My roommate watches so many violent movies, World War II, where you hear people screaming in agony. He would benefit so much from learning from you. Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you for the information about the praying mantis. I believe it's very useful to me. By the way, Chantel, usually when somebody's watching like a lot of World War II, they're trying to work out, they were killed in World War II. They're trying to work it out. They're trying to figure out who they are in this life, and they're revisiting it since it's in movie form. They keep revisiting it, but that's typically what's going on, is that they were in the war. They were probably killed in the war. It was very, very significant to them. Okay, I agree with you, Julie Renee. And Adalia is so much violence. Children move. It is shocking at times. Frankly, adults really need to be cautious when choosing a show or a movie for children. Adelia is lucky to have you as a mom. Thank you. Can you mention a bit more about the amplification clarification? You mentioned how watching TV, action shows, does that amplification work? Sure. There are 4 supporting realms or fields and in the human blueprint. And the last realm, or the 4th realm, is amplification, which is the law of attraction field. And so what we focus on, what we put in our mind, is what is going to show up. So that's going to, we're going to keep whatever we focus on consistently, we're going to be building in our amplification field. And so one of the things we work on in the wealth program in the 21 day, how many of you are in that? We just are doing a very, very special deal with Darius. He asked us very kindly multiple times if we would do an incredible deal with our big premier wealth program. So if you haven't listened in, next Wednesday I'll be doing a Q&A. It's our $1,000 program, our $997 program for $197. So, and it's coming up, it's right after taxes are filed. So I think it starts April 26th. And we're taking everybody through the 21-day Accelerate Wealth program. So please listen in and get that deal if it's of interest to you. But what we're doing in that one is we're activating that part of your field, the law of attraction part of the field, to bring in wealth and prosperity. So a lot of times when people are on a really negative spin out, they've got a lot of negative thoughts that keep, and black magic, things that you say about yourself, going into your field of amplification. So I just can't do this, I don't understand this, or I always fail at this, or my body doesn't do that, or I've got all these diagnoses, and you list all the diagnoses. So that is all going into the field of amplification. Hello, sugar plum. So that's all going into the field of amplification, and then that's what's coming back to you 100-fold, right? Just, oh, there's her keyboard. So you guys can see she's working on a keyboard. Oh, she's going to chew on it. She's going to play with it. She went crazy over it last night. She was like, can we do that together? Yeah. Okay. Oh, good, Diane. Great. And Margot. Yeah. And Catherine. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. Yeah. If it's at all calling to you, it's never going to happen again that I know of. This is a one-time I'm very close to Darius. He's a dear, dear heart to me, a very dear man in my life. And I really kind of struggled with it and prayed about it and decided I try to really honor our friendship. And he really felt like this was the way he wanted to start his season, is something spectacular from Julie Renee. So so we got in agreement with it. So hopefully we'll get just lots and lots and lots of people making a huge transformation in their money space. I joined Darius' class, my second. Joined, not joined. Okay. Oh my God, wow, I had no idea. His family is originally from Germany. That makes sense. Yeah. I've been using TV for downtime, tranquilizers, just letting drift off. You know, Louisa, and sometimes you really struggle with drifting off. I just wouldn't. I would go to the meditations and taking a walk, you know, or sitting and listening to music. I wouldn't, the TV is just not great for you. Okay, good. All right. All right. Wonderful. Releasing and clearing. Okay. Oops. Let's see. Can we get to 100% here quickly? Okay, I get if I blast, because it's going a little bit slow. We've got at least one more chart and hopefully 2 more charts to go through. So let's, I'm going to do some blasting for a few minutes for you guys. It's okay, sweetie. I know it's, you know, chewing on the keyboard isn't the most exciting. It doesn't taste good. It doesn't really feel good in the mouth either, I don't think. I think I would skip the chewing. Do you want to hold your baby doll with mommy? You want to hold a baby doll with mama? Here's a baby doll. Here's your baby doll. There's your baby doll. Take care, baby. Can you take care of baby? Mm. She's kissing the baby's head. Yeah. Are you kissing the baby's head? Yeah. Can you show them how nice you are with the baby? Yeah. Can you show how nice you are with your baby? You like the baby? Gentle with the baby. Gentle with the baby. Mm-hmm. Proud mommy. Okay, Mama's got to focus on blasting. Here, sweetie, I think it'd be really good if you were in the Cadillac for a few minutes. You want to try that? Just for a few minutes. I think that would be really good. Let Mommy really focus on the students for a couple minutes. There. You're welcome, Louisa. Okay, we have gotten to 100% on this clearing. So it's the technology as a match. You've got the right permission and ability to maintain biological energy free of technology matching, removing domination, suppression, and control. Everybody's at 100%. And we're gonna move on next to the next clearing, which is right permission and ability to use technology without negative influence on the body, removing domination, suppression, and control. And as you can see, this is a much bigger clearing than the first clearing. However, everyone is cumulative. There is a whole lot to be cleared here. I will put this again in the chat box for everybody who needs the clearing in the chat box. We're going to put that up for you. So here it comes. Right permission and ability to use technology without negative influence on the body, removing domination, suppression, and control. I felt my body relax when it went to 100%. Beautiful. Yeah, I had a flood of light when it went to 100%. Let me know how your technology is functioning for you now. If it's working a little bit better, you're feeling like, yeah, this is going right. While I've got Adalia entertained, I'm going to work on another clearing. So use the chart that's in the chat box, and then I'm going to just type in some more details on this third clearing that I'd like us to be working on. So we'll get another clear. We'll get at least 3 clearings. You never know. I get 4. You never know. We did that meditation, which was amazing. Which pump are we using? Let's switch to the platter for this one, Tony. Thanks for asking. I would have had you just do the double pump, but the platter is going to be a little bit more effective and a little bit faster. So let's go to the platter. Okay, let's see. We got all the way through the programs. We're onto emotions with this one. So right permission and ability to remove bugaboos, and then we're going to remove bugaboos. So this one we'll do after the one that's in the chat box. So this is, we're not working on this one that I'm typing in right now. You want to turn over, sweetie? You're ready to go night-night, aren't you? You're so sleepy. You're so sleepy, girl. You're so sleepy. Ready to go to sleep, little girl? You're ready for night-night, I think, huh? Want to go back in the chair the other way and have the blankie? Okay, we'll put you back in the chair the other way. Want the blankie? Here's your wonderful soft blanket. All fuzzy and soft. What a fuzzy soft blankie. There. Let me take the little birdie off so it doesn't hit you in the face. There. There we go, sweetie pie. Here's your teddy bear. Here's your teddy bear. Teddy loves you. Okay. Okay, we'll come back to this in a little bit. We'll go back to the other chart. Okay, Mommy will finish that one later. Okay, we'll finish that later. No, you're used to Mommy rocking. You're just asleep, aren't you? Yeah, that silly time change. We vote for that they stop the time change is what we vote for. Adelia says she's frustrated with the time change problems. Yeah, she's all mixed up. What time do you get up and what time do you take your nap? And it's all very confusing. For those of you that aren't in the United States, the U.S., most states in the U.S. do something called daylight savings time, and it ends up just confusing people for a week or two in the spring and the fall when the time changes. And so we've just done our time change on Sunday, and it's been a little bit confusing. Okay, so Diane, working for me now. This is great. That's a huge issue for me. Wonderful. No glitch, all is good. Seems to be affecting my dog too. Good. I agree with Adelia. I do not like the time change. So agree. We don't need artificial time. I'll tell you, it's just so confusing to her. She's got her regular schedule and she is trying really sweetly, trying to keep it, but she's normally napping now and it's like all mixed up. She has a nap at 8 and a nap at 11. And we're trying to, just keep get up at 6, but that means we're getting up at 5, I guess. I don't know, from before. So it just feels funny in the body. But we'll figure it out. It'll get better. It'll get better. I promise it's going to get better. But it'd be really great if they just put it to a vote and we all said no more. We just want to do what we want to do when we want to do it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Catherine agrees. Lisa, I agree. Prefer real time. Exactly. Hallelujah. 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 The dahlia rose, the flower that grows in my heart. The adorable toes, cute little nose, laughter divine. I'll call you mine until you lose. Hallelujah. 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 Hmm. Okay, you're at about 60% clear on this chart. Um, so we're going to just keep working on this chart for a while. And while we're working on this chart, I want to talk to you about, let's see, here's what I'd like to talk about. So sometimes websites can have a real negative effect and drop your vibration. And sometimes the low vibration demonic forces can come through websites. And so we do have a class on overcoming obsessions and addictions. And if you're one of the people who's struggles with going onto those websites that are addictive, I highly, highly recommend you take that class. This is not that class. But one of the things that you can do to protect yourself, and it's funny. I want to tell you a really kind of a funny story. I had to be on the computer days and days on end, especially when I was writing the big books. And we'll be doing that, I'm sure, again. But what I noticed is my body was just gray, and I could feel the negative impact. And I started experimenting, and I imagined different color balls, and I imagined like a 12-inch orange ball between me and the screen, and that did a world of good in protecting and stopping the match from happening. So then I was out running, and I had apparently, instead of putting it in front of the screen, I had put it in my aura. So I was out running, and you know how you get a little bit tired when you're running and you see more. I tend to see like universal patterns. I see the quantum field. I see things moving in the field. And there I was jogging along with the orange ball in front of me, which is really funny. So I recommend that you imagine the orange ball not in your aura, but maybe, 3 or 4 inches, let's see, 6 inches in front of your computer, but an orange ball between you and your computer. And that color orange really protects you from absorbing anything at all coming out of the computer, including the EMFs and all of the negative stuff that comes from the computer, as well as the demonic energies and dark forces. So that's just simply just imagining it. Just imagine, put it in place, and you might think, well, is it like just a flat circle, or is it like a ball, like a children's ball that's round and has dimension? Literally can be just a single dimension, just flat. So I guess that's two-dimensional because it has, but really just flat, a flat orange light or ball between you. And you don't need to use special lights or anything like that. The other thing that I've used on all of my technology, including the air filters, including anything that has technology amped into it, I've been using a product from Gia, which is a little protector that you put on screens, and you put it on your cell phone and on all your screens. And then we also have, in 3 of the rooms, we have something that calms all the waves, and it's plugged into a light socket. And that comes from a company called Gia, GIA. But there are many, and I know Gia is a little more expensive than some of them. You can muscle test and see I happen to know one of the ladies from one of my networking groups that I used to attend regularly, so I bought from her these products. Um, I think if you do all of the things that we're saying to do, there's two things to be looking at is the relationship with you to technology, and then there's the what's going on in technology. So the spiritual interferences. Good. So so we're looking at kind of all of that in a big picture way. I guess we could actually do a four-part training on technology if we really wanted to take it apart and do all the impact on the body, also cover the addictive qualities, and then really cleaning house like we do in a 7 hour with our body, maybe a couple hours of just cleaning house with the technology. But for now, we have this wonderful class that we're doing, and you're getting um, a very good, wonderful tune-up with this. And I recommend that you come back and revisit the class frequently. Trinity put up something. Oh, Gia Wellness Cell Guard. Yeah. Um, Tony, I think, it's funny. I don't watch the news anymore. Um, you feel like you need to be informed. Honestly, somebody's going to tell you something and you're going to click onto your phone and just look at it. So I don't watch the news and I hear somebody go, oh, did you hear about that blah, blah, blah in Africa? And I just Google it and I see what's going on. Also, sometimes I'll look at the little news, like the headliners on a news app where you can just get a headline and not watch the news, not watch the interpretation. I think, I mean, I want you to be a world citizen. I want you to be informed and aware. But the thing is, being informed about all the negativity is really not helping you to make a transformation unless you're developing a solution for that negativity. So that's the other thing. How much do you really need to know? Like if you're a world leader, you need to know it. But if you're a person who's helping people, in whatever way you're helping people, you may not need to know all of that, all of what's going on. So I think it's also a choice. It's a discipline and a choice. You're welcome. Oh yeah, that's true too. I mean, it's true with books though too. I mean, if you read a book, a lot of times I'll feel the author right there with me, and that's kind of crazy that they kind of can put control energy in your body, or as you open to their concepts and ideas, all of a sudden you're like, whoa, that's crazy. Those are feelings that aren't my feelings that I'm experiencing. Yeah, one of my dear friends is Barbara Niven, and Barbara's a actress. She does a lot on Hallmark and Lifetime and a lot of movies. She's been in Charmed and NCIS and all kinds of places. And she played the actress Marilyn Monroe in the HBO movie The Rat Pack. Excuse me. And Marilyn was really channeling through her, and it took her quite a while to shake off Marilyn. So it was, here's a beautiful, gorgeous blonde actress, Barbara, who was chosen to play that role. And she said, yeah, it was really tough. I had to really push her out of me. And Barbara's not as awake and aware as you guys are, but she knew something was happening that, boy, that's not what you really want. And when I was talking about that with Barbara, I was looking at actors and actresses a lot of times are taking on channeling the character, and they're bringing spirits into their body to channel the character. I think more of what I get concerned about with movies and TV is the low frequency. Most things kind of vibrate between 90 and 190. And honestly, all of you are over 330 and between 330 and 600. So, when you're spending hours during the day watching something that's a lower vibration, that's one of the reasons that you might not make a big leap uh, in one lifetime on your own energetic signature. Like, what you feed yourself is what is going to be fueling your frequency and your vibration. So that's what I'm more concerned about is it bringing you down? Okay. Well, let's go back to the chart and take a look here at where we're at with the second chart. There we go. We're at 83% on this second chart. Okay. And then as you're pumping on this chart, I'm going to go ahead and let's see here. I have a lot of issues with intense energy on my phone. Also, I keep up with email. I can't keep up with email. Can anything get into your email? All the info you're giving is very helpful. Yeah, I mean, yes, things can get into your email. I think there's also just clearing an intention, and you don't have to read every email. I think that's the other thing, giving your self permission to just look at what's important to look at. Thank you, Elke. You and Supreme Being in you have such a great answer to questions. Thank you. You're welcome, Louisa. Very good. Okay, I want to finish this now that my sweetie is taking a little nap. So that we have this third chart ready to go. We're doing really great, you guys. Really amazing. Sticky energy from holding the phone a lot. It could. I tend to put the phone on speaker and not hold it at all. So, and I have earphones that I use if I have to be on for any period of time, so that I'm not holding onto the phone. Okay, so that is right permission and ability to remove bugaboos. So that's the total chart on that. And then I'm gonna, what I also wanted to do was make a chart with all of the interferences that we're gonna clear today. And you'll wanna be looking at, so the ones that hang out, interferences that hang out. Okay. 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 All right. So then you'll have in all of these clearings, if you go back, you'll have the what's the best way to clear things. Okay, so let's see. Okay, I'm going to do a little blast here, just in the high 90s on this one. So high 90s, we're like 98, 97% here at Trinity. So I'm gonna do a blast. It could, Shelley, if you were clearing a cell phone tower that was close to you, in relationship to you. Yeah. Any technology that's affecting you, you could work on. So I'm just doing a little blast. It should just take a minute or two and we'll be on the next chart. Oh, there we are. We're at 100%. Okay. So right permission and ability to remove all the bugaboos from technology, removing domination, suppression, and control. And we're going to be using the platter on this. Shouldn't take us more than a minute or two because we've already been, we've already been working in this field, really going this direction all morning. So this should fly. We should be able to fly through this really quickly. And putting it in the chat box for those of you who need it. There we go. And this, of course, you'll get the slides, as you know, from attending other classes. Oops. Miklos, the replay is available forever. Your member site, you can go into, so let me explain that. We invested a lot of energy and time in the last year in 2016, and into 2015 we started working on a member site. And that member site contains every single training that you've ever done with us. Not all the meditations, because not all the meditations, if it's like a 29 or a less, they don't have, those are not in the member site. But all the classes you've ever taken with us, all the live classes and trainings, they automatically get put into your member site. So you have, if this is your first class, then this would be the first training in your member site. And you'll be able to access that forever. So that's our gift to you. And I intend to keep what I looked at into the future. I saw that I would be mapping in the way that I'm mapping now until August. And then for another 13 years, I'd be mapping between the blueprint and what science knows. So another 13 years of that. So at least another 13 or 14 years of me teaching. And then my little sweetie pie, Adalia, who's over there snoozing, she has a soul agreement or a spiritual agreement with me. So she may take over and do some teaching at some point with me, teach with me, and then she already is teaching with me. And then perhaps as a grown-up, she may also be taking over. So we'll keep that member site open as long as we possibly can. Forever is my intention. And just know that once you've taken a class, you get invited back at the graduate price. So the tuition's like 25% of what it originally was. But the class is always a new class. As you can see, I just created a bunch of brand new charts for you with the brand new information that we have. So we're happy to give that to you and then gift that to you as a student that we love and appreciate coming back year after year to get the latest and keep up with everything that's going on in the quantum field and what we're learning in the quantum field. All right. We're already 80% clear on this, which is what I thought would happen. Is technology something we would ever clear in DNA and our blueprint? No, not. I mean, you could, nanotechnology and DNA splicing, you could clear. And in the way that we've already cleared it, Louisa. So in the first couple charts, if we go back to the charts up here. Okay, so this is clearing your body technology as a match so that matter, which is your body, that's in the blueprint, you're stopping the match so that you can stay with your biological or your body matter. You can stay with how you are as opposed to the technology, where you become more of technology. In this one, negative influences on your body. So again, that would be clearing matter for the most part. This one is giving you permission. So if you were born without permission, like under domination, suppression, and control, that other things would have control over your life, this is removing that. So that would be in perception. All of them affect amplification. Can you explain why we clear desire? It just showed up. Yes, I can. sometimes people have a desire to have, desire is actually something that traps you. So if you were in a wealth class and you had desire to um, have a lot of money, desire goes hand in hand with, it's a little higher version of greed. So it's a wanting something that you don't have. It's a desire to have something you don't have, as opposed to having something, believing that you have a right to have it and having it. So there's an energy similar to greed, not greed because it's a different word, but similar to greed, that is wanting something outside yourself. It also, a desire is related to envy. So that's another, or coveting, desire. So it's probably the nicest version of all of those. But when you anchor in with desire, then you lock yourself out of having. So the having, it anchors down lower. So it's something that you're longing for, you're reaching for, but it keeps you in the place of not having. So that's why. I know I'm very much looking forward to the emotions class coming up in July. We had a good class last year. It's the first time that I've been willing and interested to help have the conversations of emotion with you. I always say I'm not a therapist, I'm a quantum health activator, brain rejuvenation expert. But what I've seen is that there are a lot of emotions that anchor, and we just don't understand how emotions work. So we'll be going through several hundred emotions and looking at, what ties in with things like a desire and envy and jealousy and greed and all of those things. So I know someone, it's a puzzle a lot of times when people see glee, but glee, that's like a happiness thing. Glee is being happy because you got something someone else didn't get. You won something somebody else didn't get. So you're happy, but your happiness suppresses someone else. So it's remarkable. It's really remarkable when you really look at emotion. Is there something hooked onto that emotion that suppresses someone else, or is at the expense of someone else, or rides in on kind of a nasty energy? So we're going to be looking at that in July in the emotional freedoms class. And it's going to be really exciting because we haven't deeply mapped emotions. I've got my emotions charts here that we created last year. And I'm excited to be going much deeper and mapping many more, and really helping everyone understand everything more. But these are, let's see, so we've got, right now we've got 10 pages of charts. And I can imagine that we could have 50 pages of the emotional chart, what it is, what the impact is, why would that show up in a clearing, why would we need to clear that, any anchors or spiritual interferences or programs that ride along with it. So I'm excited about the emotions class coming up. You guys caused me to create this. You understand that all of this isn't necessarily something that, I'm going to do this now. This is my project. So by having all the questions and all the dear hearts, all the, I wonder about this and I want to know this, it creates the container or the need. I don't know if you've read my apple tree story. We'll take a minute or two to tell you my apple tree story, and you'll understand about the synergy between mentor and students. And so I got married when I was 18, and I got engaged when I was 16. And there was a very ancient apple tree. The house had been in the family. It was a family farm. It had been there in their family for 137 years. And there was an old apple tree that was originally planted, and it gave wormy apples every other year. So one year it would be just devoid of any apples, and then the next year it would give, 50 wormy apples. but it was this ancient tree that wasn't being honored. And it had all this wisdom and knowledge and fruit to be given. But since they go, oh, that's a stupid old apple tree, we should just chop it down. And I'm like, no, 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 no. So I knew something of earth magic. I went out and thanked the tree and honored the tree and pulled all the wormy apples off, and all the wormy apples that had fallen to the ground, I didn't leave one on the ground. And the next year, we had like thousands of apples. A few of them were wormy. I used every apple. And the first year too, I used every apple. I'd cut, maybe we get a quarter of the apple that I could use. And I made applesauce and pie apples and apple butter. And we used every single apple that came off of the tree. And every year thereafter, and it was like a child again, being able to give its knowledge, because someone could see, here was the tree of fruit and knowledge, and a tree of gifts and of plenty. And I see that there's the universe wanting to give to us. And are we ignoring it, saying, oh, it's just that dumb old universe, we should just chop it down and create something new? Or are we reveling in the joy of the universe and all the fruit and the knowledge and the gifts that the universe has to give? And I really look at that, and that is a really good explanation for the field of amplification. When you're going for and asking for and saying, I want more of this juice, I want more of this good stuff, I want more of these apples and this delicious pie, and I want the knowledge that you have, and you honor the universe and thank the universe just keeps showering you. A few years ago, I dedicated myself. I said, universe, if I'm going to be having 60 people on a phone call, now I have sometimes 400 or 500 people on a live stream. I'm going to need more energy. I'm going to need my golden rings bigger. I'm going to need, this and this and this. This is what I thought I needed. And I'm going to commit to serving as many people as you can bring to me and doing as much as I can to help humanity. And at that point, I'd made a goal of a Nobel Prize, like an outer acknowledgement that I had helped humanity. But already I have that with that experience of, giving and gifting this beautiful knowledge to the world. So that's my apple tree story. We're going to go into the clearing chart, and then I'll answer some more questions. But I think we need to go now into clearing technology. So we're going to be clearing interferences, and I'd love for you all to be doing the doorknob. I'm going to repeat what the doorknob looks like. I'm going to come back on the screen and show you the doorknob. And then I'm going to leave the chart up for the remainder of our class. And then I'll stay on with you for 10 minutes after the class too. So while we're running the videos, I'll also be doing the doorknob and blasting for you. So we'll have about not quite 20 minutes of clearing spiritual interferences. So we'll just prolong the training a little bit longer. But this is really what I had wanted to bring to you is, first of all, let's clear our relationship with technology in all the ways that we can. And then let's clear the technology itself. So now we're into clearing the technology itself. Yeah, the story on the apple tree, and it's a longer story, is in the blog. So it's really that, that law of attraction of, are we honoring what we already have? Are we saying, oh no, that's no good? And, sometimes you might see me come back from the blueprint, and my body will look pale and I'll look tired. And that's me without my spirit in my body. And I want to say that in some other reality, medical doctors don't think that my body should be alive because of the radiation exposure and scar tissue and damaging and, what's been done from the atomic radiation that I was exposed to. And yet, I delight in this wonderful body that is very much alive and filled with energy. And one of the things I knew was that I could keep my body alive for as long as I wanted, and I could regenerate and work on things and clear things. And that how I was going to do it was be 100% spirit and body committed to me in this body and committed to helping you guys. And also for me, one of my wins is full self-expression. So having children and a divine complement coming in, I imagine this coming soon. It took me years to create my dream home. I now live in an estate on acreage with a cottage. I have my first child. I'm thrilled, and she's my dream come true. So I can see that I can keep creating these wonderful, wonderful rewards for staying in the body and for helping humanity and, you know, continuing to be the guide and the mentor to all of those coming along. So it, to me, if I'm going to be in a human body, which I like very much, then I'm also going to have all of the delights and the rewards that a human body allows, you know, or enjoys or energizes or whatever. I don't even know if the word allows is the right one, but is set up for. So, okay, we go back to the chart. I'm going to look at the chart. So this is what we're clearing. Reptoids, oops. I have a lot of energy pouring off my hands, so the screen is going to jump, and it's not actually spiritual interferences. It's just a lot of energy coming off of me. Reptoids, and then their anchors, satyrs, and their anchors, zetas, recticulin B, burrowers, iguanas, chameleon, reptoid, fallen angel, walk-ins, Pleiadian, and praying mantis, and all of their anchors. So I will put this also into the chat box so you have it when we go to showing videos. You'll still have it. Here we go. And then just quickly, I want to, and I will answer some more questions. So I'm not ending here on this. Okay, we talked about that. I recommend not using a Bluetooth. I would prefer the Bluetooths that hook on your ear. I would prefer that you, you know, go to a speakerphone or go to one of the little ear plugins. Okay, and then we're, oops. Okay, those two, I'm going to take these two off. We've done those. Okay. The last couple things, just to say, we've got a ton of new stuff coming up. Timelines is Monday. Intuition, inner vision, tumors, growths, and cysts. We are doing a muscle testing review class. If you haven't been in a muscle testing class, get in there. Advanced interference, sleep invaders. Those are all brand new classes. So please, please, please check out the new classes. And then we're gonna hop a little more. Oh yeah, we've got another minute or two. Okay, so let me put that back, put the list back up that we're clearing. Louisa, how long did it take you to heal yourself after? Oh, I continue to heal myself, Louisa. And Margot, I love that story. That is similar to what I learned in Peru. Beautiful. And actually, Tony, after having cleared a lot of spiritual interferences now, most of what I'm clearing are emotional anchors. Well, that's perfect timing then, Tony, for the emotional class coming up soon. I'm so looking forward to the emotional freedom class and 100% clear. I really want to understand how to clear perception, amplification, including emotions. I'm putting the pieces together. I'm really able to use the modality for myself and others. Fantastic. Trinity, thank you for the emotions class. Yay, you're welcome. Margot, thank you. I understand now. Really cool, big smile. I will deeply understand the charting and content soon. Yes. Okay, I think I've got all of them. Everything that's been asked. So again, I will be clearing with you. If we do get to 100% clear, I will certainly let you know. I'll let you know where we got to. We'll end the class with a blessing and just know how much both Adalia and I love you and appreciate you and just cherish you and respect you and are thrilled that you're here with us. Om Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamisoma Jyotirgamaya Murchormaham Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om peace, peace, peace. May the entire world and your life be filled with peace. I love you. God bless you. I believe in you. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye for now.